You feel it first as a change in the air, a cold draft in a sealed room. Nothing has been said, not to you, but the verdict has already been delivered elsewhere. The theater of the end doesn't begin with a dramatic monologue. It begins with whispers in the wings, conversations you were never meant to hear. These are not mere words. They are psychological tools, instruments used to build the architecture of a goodbye long before the foundation of your shared life is officially condemned. These phrases, spoken to her friends, are the soft launch of your obsolescence. Each one is a nail hammered into a coffin you don't yet know is yours. Listen closely. The first sign is often cloaked in kindness. Phrase 1. He's a really good guy, but that "but" is a chasm. It's the disqualifier that negates everything that came before it. Good becomes a consolation prize, a polite epitaph for a love that is already dead. It's not an analysis of your character. It's a justification for her detachment. She's telling her friends, "I tried. The fault isn't mine." This leads to the second phrase, a smokescreen of mature reflection. We're just in different places right now. This isn't about geography or career paths. It's about emotional trajectories. Hers is ascending towards a new horizon. Yours is being left behind on the launch pad. She frames it as a sad, inevitable divergence, a no-fault cosmic event. But this universe was created in her mind, and its physics are designed for a single outcome. Then comes the request for sovereignty. The third phrase. I just need some space to figure things out. The space she needs is not for introspection. It's a vacuum, a void she intends to fill. It's a testing ground for her life without you, and a staging area for your replacement. While you respect her need for space, you are unknowingly participating in an audition for a role that has already been cast. The fourth phrase outsources the decision, cloaking her desires in the costume of friendly advice. My friends think I could do better. This is a brilliant maneuver. It's not her saying you're inadequate. It's them. She is merely the reluctant messenger of a truth delivered by a jury of her peers. She tests the idea on her friends, they validate it, and then she presents it as an external pressure she is struggling against. You are no longer fighting for her. You are fighting against an invisible, unanimous committee. Now the replacement, once a ghost, is given a name. Phrase 5 is the direct comparison. You know, he reminds me so much of. This might be said about a stranger, a colleague, a new friend, but it's never an innocent observation. It is a mental bridge she is building between the familiar, you, and the desired, him. She's trying on the new reality for size, seeing how it feels on her tongue. She is socializing the concept of the replacement, making him a character in your shared story just before he takes the leading role. As the internal conflict becomes unbearable, she will resort to feigned confusion. Phrase 6. I'm not sure what I want anymore. This is a lie. She knows exactly what she doesn't want. You. The uncertainty is a performance to make her eventual choice seem like a painful discovery rather than a cold, calculated decision. She wants you to see her as a victim of her own heart, lost and confused. This makes you a sympathetic character in her tragedy, not the villain in her betrayal. Finally, the death knell. The phrase that ends all hope. Phrase 7. We've just become more like friends. This is the final recategorization. She is revoking your romantic credentials. She is moving you from partner to platonic associate in the filing cabinet of her life. The intimacy is not lost. It has been consciously terminated. The passion hasn't faded. It has been redirected. This phrase is the official announcement that your position has been made redundant. Let's observe this in the wild. Consider the case of the architect and the ghost. He built his life around her. She was slowly drafting his exit. He heard her on the phone with a friend. He's a good guy, but I feel like I'm in a different place. He ignored the cold dread that followed. Weeks later, she asked for space. He gave it, thinking it was a test of his strength. It was, in fact, an opportunity for his replacement to move past the interview stage. Then he met her friends. They were polite, but their eyes held a quiet pity. She later told him, "They think I could do better. It's so confusing. The final blow came during a quiet dinner. "We've become more like roommates," she said, and in that moment, the entire house he had built in his heart collapsed into dust. This is not about demonizing her. This is about understanding the psychology of the exit strategy. It's a deeply human, if cowardly, attempt to avoid being the villain of the story. By creating a narrative of confusion, external pressure, and inevitable divergence, she recasts herself as a tragic figure swept away by circumstance. The truth is, the end was decided long ago. These phrases are merely the public relations campaign for a decision that was already made in the silent court of her own mind. So what do? You feel that cold draft. You hear the echo of these phrases. Do you fight? Do you demand an explanation? No, you do not. You cannot win a game that was rigged from the start. You cannot appeal a verdict from a court that has already adjourned. The power is not in changing the outcome. The power is in seeing it for what it is. It's not a failure on your part. It is a script that was written, rehearsed, and performed without your knowledge. Recognizing these phrases is your liberation. It's the key that unlocks you from the prison of false hope. It allows you to walk away before you are discarded. Do not wait for the final scene where you are written out. Pick up the pen and write your own ending.